The good folks at Comics for Fun and Profit have been doing 2 episodes a week for quite some time now, and it's all thanks to, first of all, Jason, and second of all, our patrons who allow us to add the space on our server, broadcast more, store more, share more with you, the listeners. I'm envious of those of you who have unlimited storage and media server capabilities. We pay for ours here at the C4 FAP. It ain't cheap. We thank you so much for those of you who go to patreon.com/comicsfunprofit and contribute at any level to say thanks, to say, I want to be a part of your Slack channel conversations. I want to get exclusives. I want to get early access. I want to get ad-free access. I want to get swag. I want to get some free stuff. Whatever your reasoning is, we appreciate it at any level because it does make a difference. So from the bottom of Kyle and I and Jason's heart, thank you for contributing.
Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week. Episode number 774 for comics originally releasing October the 25th and October the 26th. October is almost officially over, and we are heading into November. Drew, my goodness, this year has flown by. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops this coming Tuesday and Wednesday, Drew, what do you got for me in the world of comics?
Well, for long-time listeners of the show, and I don't know how many of you are left that have been listening since the beginning or since near the beginning, but we used to be a 3-person show.
Yes.
It was me and Kyle and my buddy Bob Seifert, who I worked with. And we would do like 2 or 3 episodes a week, I think maybe one was all 3 of us on at the same time. And then the other was me and Bob, and the other one was maybe me and you, Kyle. Is that how you remember it?
Yes, indeed.
Back in the early 2010s, somewhere in there. But anyway, Bob is a daddy.
Yeah, I saw that. It's awesome.
He had a baby today, so congratulations to him. And
time to sell the comic book collection.
Yeah, I think he was nearing completion of his Spidey-Man run, and now he's gonna have to stop and buy formula and diapers and stuff. So congrats. I would be curious how many people listen to us now that listened to us back then.
Yeah.
I would, maybe a handful, I would think.
I mean, I stopped listening to us after a while.
That's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how many people did that. But anyway, congratulations, Bob, on fatherhood. It sucks. Not worth it. Much more fun to be selfish and just focus on yourself. But anyway, I'm sure it's rewarding for some people. How about you, Kyle? You got 3 of them.
Overrated.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. We have a question from Jason who says, what other podcasts do you guys listen to or watch? Well, first and foremost, I think we have to shout out to Kyle's RPG podcast, Encore and 2 Past Midnight, the Dork Day podcast.
Dork Day Afternoon.
Go to dorkdayafternoon.com and you can listen to either one of those. Hey. Good stuff there. Where are you in the campaign at this point? I'm not
very much the weeds. I've inadvertently gotten one of my friend characters killed in one of them, and then I've inadvertently turned my character into a sadistic murderer. So I'm doing that.
So you don't have any friends?
No, it's difficult.
Okay. Do you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very
that's awesome. That's very cool. So I listen to Cartoonist Kayfabe on YouTube, the Ed Pisker, Jim Rugg podcast, and I listen to Mike M's weekly reads, and I listen to his Geek Brunch when I have a 4 to 5 hour block of time.
Yeah.
And I can, or I break it into little pieces. So right, I'm much better with his weekly reads than others. Other than that, no real other podcasts. Most of them have fallen off my radar, and I'm just doing audiobooks now. So listening to
Yeah.
a lot of John Grisham right now.
There you
So
I don't do a ton of comic book podcasts. I will jump on and do a few things through YouTube. Sometimes I'll listen to Mike M's. Um, for a while there, I was doing our boy Wolf's podcast every now and again on the online. Those were good. But I haven't done too much in the comic book world of podcasts. Mostly been into a lot of sports talk, and I'm also going through a bunch of audio books at the moment. So that's unfortunately where most of my listening time is dedicated to some audio stuff.
yeah. So and I don't commute as long as I used to. So a lot of the podcasts that I used to fill my commute time, they got cut when I don't have to commute as much anymore.
Mhm.
So I lost a lot of those, but I still keep up with a few, and then the audiobooks fill in um, that slot. But good question. Not a lot of no comic book podcast for you. That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't want to, trump anybody's ideas or take anything. So I figured just
Yeah,
that keeps them out of my engine.
I can see
Keeps
that.
all my ideas original.
and top notch.
Yes.
I think we're all thinking it.
But every now and again, when I read something that I really want to talk about or think about, I'll just do a cursory search of other people talking about that and pick something randomly. I try not to stick with any one group of people anymore.
Very cool. Oh, now it's time to shoot over and take a quick look at what Image has to offer in December. So we're looking at October previews for Image for things coming out in December. But before we do that, I wanted to take a quick look at the page right before Image, where they talk about their premier comics of the month, their premier publishers, and they're kind of highlighting from their premier publishers, and they've selected Image, Boom, Dark Horse, Dynamite, and they've thrown a Marvel in there with Marvel Masterworks, which is surprising. And that's kind of cool. I like the evolution of what's a premier publisher at Diamond continues to be fascinating as who falls in and out of favor. Like the IDW would have been on here before. They would have had a selection. Of course, DC would have had a selection, but their transition to other distributors has kind of left them out of favor. The fact that Marvel still gets a little love surprises me. I guess because they're not exclusive with PRH, and they continue to give them some distribution rights. Must keep them in a little better light for some reason.
At least out of the doghouse.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We continue to see a lot of publishers continue to shoot over to either Lunar or Penguin Random House. Not going exclusive. They don't all seem to be going exclusive anymore, but they continue to migrate and get rid of their exclusivity with Diamond. And it's kind of something to keep your eye on. Where are we going? Are we going to go? Are we always going to have 3 distributors? Is somebody going to be a loser? And we're going to lose them entirely. And some of these other publishers going to go and start signing exclusive deals like DC did with Lunar. It's fascinating. It's curious, and we're such a small industry, such a niche industry in comparison to other medium around the world, around the whatever, movies, TV, etc.
Yes,
it's so tiny in comparison. Yeah, that I'm curious if it can support the three distributors long term. I hope so. But it's curious when they do stuff like this and who gets left out and why, and just what that's going to mean.
It's all politics.
It kind of is, right? It's grandstanding and who's upset me and who's peed in my Cheerios, that sort of thing.
There you go. Oh, by the way, before we get started, did you finish She-Hulk?
Yes,
What'd you think?
loved it.
I thought it was good. It
I
was
really
very
loved it.
much, obviously, it's the Marvel version of Sex and the City, but I had a good time with it.
Yeah, I really like the fact that this is yet another genre that they've tapped into,
Mm-hmm.
and they're able to lay a superhero show over a genre, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I I really enjoyed it. Thought it was
Loved the Daredevil episode, the penultimate episode of this season.
Yeah, both. I think the final two were fantastic. The
Yeah.
homage to the original Hulk show was great.
Yep.
And just their breaking of the fourth wall, and
Which is true to one of the comics. I think it was Latham or one of them that did that with her in the books. So
it might have been Slot's run. I'm not sure.
might have been, but
They all kind of blur together. And then getting Kevin Feige in there somehow was kind of neat the way they
quote unquote Kevin.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a lot of good stuff, and Tatiana Maslany, she really great.
Very good.
Really good. Did a really good job.
You looking forward to her in the new Daredevil?
Will she be in it?
Yes.
Oh, sure.
I saw her as these people will be involved in Daredevil, and she said,
"That's fantastic."
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. I haven't watched the single episode of Andor. My wife wants. She's like, there's shows like I'm not allowed to watch by myself. I have to.
Yeah.
We have to watch together. This is one of them, but yet it also she hasn't been in the mood. So we're at like 7 episodes behind now. I'm going to get spoiled.
Yeah.
If I'm not careful. So we've got to get that cranked up because I don't want to miss out on it.
I have a group of nerdy friends yelling at me for not watching House of Dragons. I have a different group of nerdy friends yelling at me for not watching The One Ring, and I've got a group of nerdy friends that are yelling at me for not being current on Andor. So I am currently disappointed.
What's The One Ring?
The Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah. I haven't watched that one either. I am current on House of Dragon now.
There you
go. That's been interesting. You'll like it. I think you'll like it. You're still pissed about Game of Thrones, right? You didn't like the ending.
I mean, I really enjoyed some of it, but at the end it was not great. And then I have to be in a certain mood to watch those because, like, a lot of them are depressing. So I don't want to always do that to myself.
Yeah. There's no likable people in this.
So it's just like, do I really want to see incest and rape this evening? Nah, I'm going to put that off till tomorrow and watch something cute and funny.
With 0 people to root for, which is hard. Yeah. It's a stupid way to design a show. Nobody to be a fan of. Nobody to like.
There we go.
Yeah, it's rough. But we can find somebody we like in Image.
Yeah, and as we get to Image, I'll shoot one more time. That reminds me, I was getting in a conversation with our good friend Ryan Hodap, who reached out to me. We were talking about Geiger being optioned.
Oh, sweet. That'll be fun.
Yeah, Geiger. Did you see that article?
No, I have not.
Image Comics' best-selling series Geiger, created by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank, will be adapted for TV by Justin Simien alongside Johns for Paramount Picture Studios. Johns will write the pilot, serve as showrunner and executive producer alongside some other people.
So that'll be a Paramount Plus show.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I
cannot wait to see a couple of those characters. Girls. Better than Paper. Has a longer life than Paper Girls, although Paper Girls was done well. And I hope it's done well and not as bad as Y the Last Man. Those are the,
Yeah. In the BK scale, we want it better than Y, but last longer than Paper Girls.
So Ryan and I are holding high hopes for that, hopefully.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I think that'll be really good. Now let's
back to Image in the previews, and we're going to start with Art Brut, #1 by W. Maxwell Prince.
It's probably Brute, right? Art Brute.
Brut.
You think it's Brute?
Probably, but I don't know.
It's my boy from Ice Cream Man, the whole team from Ice Cream Man.
Yes.
Coming over, and I hope this means they just have so many ideas that they want to do a new comic, and it doesn't mean that Ice Cream Man ended, because there's no way they could do both of these, right? If they're doing art, because he can't do art in both books, right?
I mean, yeah, you could hypothetically do it.
Oh man, I just watched or just read that last Ice Cream Man with the the staircase cover
Mm-hmm.
that we were talking about,
Oh
and
yeah.
it was about drug rehab and 12-step programs, and it was great. It was fantastic. Every time I read one, I'm just like, okay, what's he doing now? And then by the time I finish it, I'm like, oh, that's brilliant. It was brilliant.
Come from different and odd angles each and every time. It comes
Each and every time, yeah. So I don't know why. I mean, I guess I do know why. Uh, After however many issues of Ice Cream Man, sales have probably plummeted. So you've still got ideas, launch a new thing that's very similar to your old thing, and prop up sales for a while.
And here's the thing with this, it's that kind of tickles my fancy. So we got 32 pages, including cover, but it also each issue features a new cover, new design, and a new Silver Age style backup story featuring the art hero that no one's ever heard of until
Oh,
now.
this
So they
is
are bringing
old
backups in.
stuff. This is
Yeah.
old stuff that they've done. Okay,
Yeah,
so
this
we're
is
not
old stuff.
losing Ice Cream
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly. That's what I was just getting
Oh,
to when I was reading it. Is like, hey, wait a minute. This is.
oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Originally published as the Electric Sublime.
Yep.
This special edition.
So this is relettered, remastered, and under its original intended name, which is the name that they originally wanted to do it. So, but you apparently missed it, so I imagine you'll be reading it.
Oh yeah, the Electric Sublime sounds familiar, but I don't. I know I didn't read it.
Yeah.
Because Ice Cream Man was my first foray into the mind of W. Maxwell Prince. So
There
that's
we go.
very cool, and it's going to be redone as individual issues too. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm psyched. Very psyched.
There we go. Cool. They are giving us pretty much the entire issue here in pages, so we are already ready to get to read most of it.
There are, yeah, well, 5 or 6, right?
Now, something that I'm always excited for, books from our boy Tim Seeley coming in next
Your
with
boy.
X-Wire, #1 of a 6-issue series. Why sell your soul when you can simply buy a new one? In a corporate ruled world where class inequality is greater than ever, a desperate, lonely populace is drawn to neo-spiritualism and hedge magic. So what's our boy Tim Seeley, who did some Nightwing and of course Revival that we love, does Hack and Slash, does amazing covers to Drew. So you can't beat it.
The Magic Order meets Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and that is the Philip K. Dick Blade Runner.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, Seeley's got good ideas.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes they just kind of peter out.
Yep. And we are back in the Massive Verse once again. Of course, Massive Verse is where we got Radiant Black, Radiant Red, and now we have Radiant Pink. So, so Drew has been about 2 years on his no superheroes and image kick.
Yes.
And here we are, 3.0, if not more.
Right.
Serial killers. Jeez.
That's just my own
Superheroes.
It's my own little thing.
Now, what do you get from cover C when you look at cover C there?
I'll have to go back up. Let me look.
That is an homage to
I have no idea.
Portal, the video game Portal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those look a little like that.
Yeah. Very well drawn, very well done. But if you weren't in for everything else, you're not in for this.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we know Alex Packnadel from anything? I didn't read DC versus Vampires or Giga, so I am unaware.
Yes. I've dropped All Out War, so I read one issue of that one, I think.
Yeah.
And not Giga. So no. Homesick Pilots, the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I read part of that. But yeah, these aren't superstar creators by any means.
A primal vision of humanity gone terribly wrong, aka Aliens meets Tarzan.
Yeah. No.
And it's using that same print or font on the front that we've gotten from uh, things like Heavy Metal Falcon or Murder Falcon and stuff like that.
Yeah. We've got
Good stylized art. Yeah.
we've got the Clay People, the Colossus Tour edition signed by Matt Hawkins. It's a one shot for $15.
$15 for a signed book? That's not bad.
Yeah, it's 50 pages. No, not quite. 48 pages. What do they keep calling these self covers? What does that mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, that's the rock band thing. It's based on a band. Yeah. You in a wind tunnel or something, Kyle? What's going on over there?
You hearing a lot of feedback?
I heard some wind happening there for a second.
I'm unaware of wind. Clay People was a rock band hailing from Albany, New York. The band's self-titled debut album was released on Mercury Slipdisc Records. Their furiously propulsive lead singer, Awake, climbed the radio charts and launched the band into the international touring act with the likes of Disturbed, Stained, Clutch, Rob Zombie, Static X, Stabbing Westward, and Filter. Colossus is the Clay People's latest album, Demon Hero.
Okay. Yeah. But nightclubs got me intrigued. It's Mark Millar. Always got the good ideas.
Ah, yes.
You're 17 years old. You've been bitten by a vampire. Do you live in the shadows and drink blood? Or do you use your newfound gifts for the dream costume superhero life you've always wanted? You're bulletproof. You can crawl up walls. You can turn to mist, bats, or even a wolf. Why not have some fun? I like it. I like the concept.
Wasn't this kind of the concept of Lost Boys, only they all went left?
Sure. This is the other way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that we've seen that other way, have we?
I don't think so either.
The series will be $1.99. $1.99.
Oh yeah. And that's Greg Capullo cover C.
40 pages, $1.99, and a Capullo cover?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm in.
What's not to love?
Yeah. I love it. This series will be $1.99. Take that, Marvel and DC.
Take that. Stick it.
Oh no, Drew, we have Ed Brubaker.
Yeah. Coming back for the Friday book 2.
On a cold winter's night.
Friday was good.
It's crime and mystery, but not crime noir. Are you still in?
Yeah, it was
Did you read the individual issues of Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so this is 4 through 6, so you've already read these.
Okay, I've already read this.
Yep.
This was on, I think this was on Panel Syndicate.
Oh, cool. Here we have the collected versions of Beware the Eyes of Odin by Doug Wagner. I don't remember that when it came out. The Trade from Middle West. The Complete Tale. That's actually 560 pages. Issues 1 through 18 with bonus content, only $30. That is a heck of a deal. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Talked about Radiant Pink earlier. Radiant Red's got a trade. Rogues Gallery's got a trade. Swing's got a trade. I'm sorry, Swing has a hardcover. But the days of the $10 image trade are gone, and I will not lament it anymore, even though I'm still angry.
Yeah. Lazarus Trades is collecting what, 2 issues of the quarterly, not quarterly?
Yeah.
No, it's got more than that. This is a 208 page.
Collecting Lazarus 27, 28, and Lazarus Risen 5, 6, and 7.
That's weird.
So 5 total issues of the 2 different syndicates.
That's really weird that they're doing it that way, right?
Yeah. I mean, they want you to get all the story. This is how you get all the story. And since Paper Girls was murdered, but you still want to find out what happens, issues 1 through 30 collected in a trade, $50.
Yeah, that's pretty good, and that'll be really affordable and with your discount. So yeah, that's a great buy. Do that. I might do that. I might do it. That'd be nice to have that in the collection like that.
Yeah. If not, I'll just sell you all my singles.
Yeah, I've missed the boat on that, didn't we?
Yeah. 8. Oh, man, a lot of stuff ending. Okay. Deadliest Bouquet, 5 of 5. Done. Do a Power Bomb, 7 of 7. Done. 8 Billion Genies, 8 of 8. Done. But I'm guaranteeing it's not the last of that one we've seen.
Yeah.
Golden Rage, 5 of 5. Done.
Page are you on?
With that last thing that I said, I am on 66 digital 75.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, you're further than me. You skipped a bunch of stuff.
Nothing worth talking about. I'll let you catch up. Just tell me.
Okay, now I see Deadliest Bouquet. I see. Okay, now I see what you're doing.
And then, like I said, American Jesus, the other Mark Millar, that's ending too. With 3 of 3.
But not
That
Spawn. Spawn continues with 14 different
Spawn
iterations.
trudges on, be it
Spawn will
the
never die.
Gunslinger or anything else. Can you tell me who's doing that cover A?
On what?
On Gunslinger Spawn?
Is that not like Barons?
No, that's Puppeteer Lee. I kind of wanted you to say that name.
Oh. That's not a real name.
I know. Gunslinger Spawn down to 24 pages per book.
But $2.99, right?
But $2.99.
Yeah. So there you go.
I Hate Fairyland is so good. I love those covers. I saw a really, really, really well done, like, I can't remember who did one of the covers for it. So not in the Scotty Young, but like an in-depth, I think it was an Art Germ I Hate Fairyland cover. Man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been following some more creators on Instagram. So Sozo Miyake. So she's amazing. She's gorgeous, and all her stuff's awesome. It's so worth the follow, both her and her art page.
Really?
Yeah.
Like she's physically gorgeous herself?
Yes, she may knock your girl Joelle off the top.
Joelle's fallen a long time ago. The image number 9 of 12 has Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips shorts in it, and that's exciting for me. This is a pretty solid lineup in this issue, and I have like the first 5 stacked up, and I haven't read the first one. So at some point I've got to crack these anthologies, and I just haven't got around to it. But oh man, more Brubaker and Phillips stuff. Wow, that's exciting. You do that, don't you? Let stuff stack up.
Yes, I'm the king of that because I'm so seldom in the mood to read that when I'm in that mood, I want it to hammer through.
Yeah. There's not a lot there. A lot of stuff ending, like you said.
Which hopefully means a lot of stuff beginning.
Yeah.
Because, this is essentially the end of the year, so hopefully they're wrapping up and ready for the next year. Magic Order ending as well, 6 of 6.
Stillwater's still trucking along. It's on 18. Texas Blood on 20. It's exciting.
7 Sons ending. That is a really nice Jai Lee cover. Shirtless Bear cover considers to be awesome. Starhenge ending at 6 of 6. I completely forgot that was a thing.
Mm-hmm. And then we get Walking Dead Deluxe 52, 53 with like 5 covers for 53 and
yeah,
52. Good stuff.
Because what is 53?
I don't remember.
First appearance of these three characters right here on the front there, homie.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Mm.
Is that Rosita and Eugene and
Yeah, Eugene. And as soon as you said that, I lost the name. Crap.
yeah,
Edward? No, that's not it.
definitely not Edward. But yeah, this is the final 8, right? The final 8 episodes. We're gonna see how they button up this series, and I hope they do it justice. You're woefully behind, so you won't be watching that.
Mm-mm. I mean, at some point I will, but yeah. I will definitely be waiting for you to say yay, nay, or ixnay.
Yeah. Yeah, some of the last couple of seasons I've had my finger on the fast forward button when it's gotten boring.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to watch them all.
There you go.
Just for closure. All right, let's shoot over to the CBSI boys and see what they have to
good
say.
friends at comicbookinvest.com. They put out a hot 10 every Friday evening, and we look at it and see what the big dogs are on the secondary market and what's catching fire. Their number one book, Star Wars Visions, Takashi Okazaki, the, of course, New York Comic Con variant, limited to 800 copies, is already up to $300. Up from a little less than 100. It escalated quickly, as we've talked about on this one before. It is a great cover with a lot of future potential. This jumped quite a bit, more than we thought, though. At rank 2, Batman number 6. Got a couple of these sitting around. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. Raws are back up to $70. Be careful of condition. 9.8s are pushing $300. The new Spawn Batman crossover will feature Court of Owls, which is probably the current bump. While it can be argued that Court of Owls' first appearance is number 4, possibly, or other ones being the best argument, it appears that people have settled on this one and its insane Capullo cover. At rank 3, Geiger number 1. We talked about this earlier. Jeff Johns, Gary Frank. Raw copies jumped from cover price up to $10 to $15. 9.8 have moved as high as $100 already. After it was announced that this was being adapted into a TV show, people still love post-apocalyptic stories. You and I do a lot, Drew.
Yeah.
Maybe because that's going to be our reality pretty soon. Tons of covers on this one. At rank 4, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur number 1, the New York Comic Con variant, $110 to $150, but nobody can get their hands on it, so who cares? At rank 5, Batman 666 by Grant Morrison. Both my 9.8s up to $200 and Raws up to $40. They are up 33% this week after the costume in this issue shows up in Batman vs. Robin number 2. Also, Pig was mentioned for a future Batman villain.
All right.
At rank 6, we have Daredevil, number 32 from the 2013 Mark Waid run, is now up to $15. Thanks to Van Denby for the heads up here. First new Legion of Monsters, and if you saw the WWBN special, you will know that Marvel's door to the monster arena is wide open. Check your back issue bins to probably find this one. I love this cover. Black Cat. Number 1 from 2019, the J. Scott Campbell B variant, limited to 2,500. Man, trying to figure out how to find this online is friggin' difficult. Once you do, you'll see that 9.8s are over $325. Homaging his own ASM 601 may be lazy to some, but boy, the execution on this one will change your mind. And rank 8, Hulk number 1 from 2008, the Jeff Loeb run, 9.8s are back up to $325. No one knows if Red Hulk will be in Thunderbolts or not, but just the talk of Harrison Ford replacing William Hurt has caused interest in this once again. At rank 9, Miracle Man number 1, the Peach Momoko 1 in 200, $300. You don't like 1 in 200, so we're not even talking about. Eternus number 1, the Tahani Far Metal variant, $150. Gorgeous cover. Another actor dipping their toes into the comic scene. This one is created by Andy Serkis. I do wonder if any of these stories are any good, though. You know, we had Berserker and Mom and all that crap.
Yeah.
And the honorable mentions. Star Wars number 16 from the Dark Horse 2000s run. Raw copies doubled this week after Star Wars writer Kelly Knox tweeted, 2022 is the year of Yaddle. Of course, Yaddle is the third person of that same Yoda, Baby Yoda race, Grogu.
Oh,
So, Yaddle
okay.
is the one that we've only really seen in the background of the prequels and stuff, but she is the third person of that race of alien that we know.
Oh, that's cool. And this is it? The first time
She is on the cover of this Star Wars 16.
cover Star Wars 16. Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
And the other honorable mention, Keen Detective Funnies number 23, the old school CGC 3.5, sold for $3,100. This book hasn't had a graded copy sale since 2018, which was a 5.0 for just $625. Probably like a middle schooler, but on the cover it says that Airman took care of the pirate boat when he threw his secret pellet. Ooh, that's kind of naughty. Why am I thinking the monkeys that throw poop at people? All right, homie. We've seen what's on the secondary market. Let's go to our FOC. Of course, I get this awesome little email from our good friends at Deep Discount Cowabunga Comics that goes through all the stuff on the CGC so I can make sure I add a few things to my order. Drew, will you go through it with me and let's start with some DC items?
Yes.
Big one. I mean, of course, we got to talk Batman Spawn, number 1.
Yeah, tons of covers for this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 covers, ranging from 1 in 1,000 to regular.
Yeah. So a lot of push behind this. I am not that excited for it myself, but people seem to be excited for it. So good for them.
As they say, please be excited.
Yes.
Dark Crisis Worlds Without a Justice League, Batman number 1. A few covers for that one as well.
Kyle's girl says a Miyake doing
yes.
Catwoman 49. A little standoff between Punchline and Catwoman. That's cool.
That is awesome. And she only does female covers. She does the femme fatale covers. It's awesome.
She doesn't do any dudes ever?
No. It's awesome.
Very cool.
Is this the end of where does Fables end with its redone run or what? No, there's nothing on that.
162. So it's got
162. So we're on 157 right now. Oh, I see it. Of 162, I was paying no attention there.
Yeah, so a few more. I'm not sure it's been that well received, so I don't know that it'll come back again.
Yeah. Another disappointing Nightwing cover. It's not bad. I guess I can deal with the cover A, but
they have leaked the issue 100 cover.
Yeah, solid.
Those have been pretty cool.
You think?
Yeah. But I like them anyway. So.
I mean, the Brian Stelfreeze 90s cover here is probably my favorite of these Batman or Nightwing 98s.
Oh, cool.
It's got the Disco Nightwing in the logo in there, so not bad.
Yeah, a fan of that Dan Hip 1 in 25. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's not bad. But they're all doing this like little cartoon Nightwing, and I think it's kind of weird. Oh well.
Yeah, it's not bad. I think those are pretty good.
So you'd be okay if that was a Moon Knight cover?
Mm-hmm. I would.
That's stupid. Well, so with that we have Black Mask with Rogue State number 1. I think that's going through the same. So Black
Titans United Black Blood Pack number 3 cover. Derek Chu, where Nightwing has this terrible haircut.
Yes, he does, and he has a 14-pack.
That's really awful.
Yeah, and I don't remember his mask ever being that blue.
Yeah.
That's like obnoxious blue, and his Escrimas are never that blue. That's just somebody who's. I think we put Nightwing through an AI is how we got that.
Yeah. We said, "Dear computer, please draw Nightwing."
And I normally love Chew, so my
Not
bad.
great. Not
Wonder
great.
Woman 204 facsimile. That is Nubia. Nubia being the rage.
Okay.
Anyways, I want to talk, of course, Black Mask coming out with this Rogue State #1. Quite a few covers on these. A lot of Chuck D covers. Of course, with
Like
these,
Chuck D from Public Enemy. Chuck D.
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. I worry about them finishing stories still. I don't know if I'm, being too hard on them, but
no, I don't think so.
It's still something I worry about.
Yeah.
So, while this looks great at the start, hopefully they can keep it up.
Kyle,
But
why is I hate Fireland? I hate Fairyland back.
As I talked to during literally our run through of it, the second iteration of it. So it did its first, and now it's coming back through a second time.
Okay, so this is not.
This is not the first run. This is the next run.
It's a new volume, but they just renumber.
Correct.
With Middle West in between.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. A lot of covers, so they're giving it a big push.
Yes. Is this where I saw the the Art Germ cover? Click on that.
Yeah, punk cover.
Yeah, look at her, like her non-Scotty Young version of her. I just think it's cool. I love that.
The Frizen's great.
Frizen's really good too, yeah.
We've got.
Well, did you watch Cyberpunk on Netflix, the anime? You don't watch anime, never mind.
I do not watch anime now.
It was really well done, but I don't think it has much to do with these. But anyways, I'm going to talk to you about that a little bit. So the anime that's on Netflix is an adaptation of Cyberpunk, which is the kind of neo-technical future, and it centers around people who modify their body with technology, kind of android style. But the more you modify your body, and the less biological you are, and the more you get into the thing, the more it kind of breaks your psyche. It kills you as a human, and you go nuts and kill everybody.
Okay.
So it's about people straddling the line of where they can decide they want power before it drives them mad. So it was a very cool story about that. So I hope they stick with that kind of thing within these books as well. So I might jump into them to see what this 4-issue series has, because I really like that world. That also straddles the line of one of my favorite video games being BioShock, where they modified their bodies till they all went nuts as well. So I kind of like those weird futures where we get to the point where you start to modify yourself to become who you actually are until you actually forget who you actually are.
Was it always Cyberpunk 2077, or is that a?
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is the game that everything's based on.
Okay.
So it started as the video game, and then you have the anime, which is Edge Runners, which is the offshoot of this, and then this, You Have My World, is the comic book version of that same world.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Kyle, I am getting a new Resident Alien.
Ooh.
From my boys at Dark Horse, Peter Hogan and Steve Parkhouse. So I'm getting the great sci-fi series that's on season 3.
It's actually
3 seasons?
Being successful, and
a successful comic transition to television, and another volume. So I am excited.
It's only a 4, aren't they? Normally a 6-issue series?
No, they're always
4.
Sometimes they'd have a 0 issue, and then they'd just be 3 more. So it'd be like one of 3.
There you go.
The 0 issue, and then they started doing 4s. They've always been 4s.
Very cool.
Yeah, but they're fun. They're fun, light, good show, good little comics. I enjoy them a lot.
When is local comic shop day?
Oh man, I don't know. Let me look this up. Local comic
November 23rd.
November 23rd.
Wednesday, November 23rd.
Nice.
There is a Grimm #1 by the Flaviano cover that's going to be foil for LCSD, and I think that looks great. So it's here on your order sheets for FOC, and our boys at Cowabunga are actually giving a discount on an LCSD, which they don't always do. So that's a heck of a bargain.
Are they doing the wraparound Walking Dead Deluxe with a discount?
It's a great question. I'm no longer on Image. Let me see if I can find it. Or is it released this week? Yeah, I don't see it on this week.
Okay. That must have already happened.
Yeah, it might have been on a different FOC.
So, yeah. Okay. So that was Resident Alien. That was the only other thing I saw in Dark Horse.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else in Dark Horse either.
Nothing in IDW.
Something is Killing the Children 26. That Frizzen cover is nightmare fuel.
Mm-hmm.
And let's check out Marvel.
Plenty of amazings.
Yeah. Doctor Strange Fall Sunrise. Issue 1 of that.
Who's writing that?
I clicked away for a second. That is Trad Moore.
Okay. And then we get a facsimile of Fantastic Four 52, the first Black Panther. That's a fun one.
That is a good one. That's a good key that I'll never have.
Yeah.
Peter Parker, Miles Morales, Spider-Man Double Trouble #1. Is this the? Yeah, it's the all AG one.
Yeah.
When I saw the Momoko cover, I got excited. I'm over that now. I do like that Momoko cover, but not for an all-age book. Planet Hulk, World Breaker #1. Now, of course, at the end of She-Hulk, we got a weird version of Hulk's son. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Skaar. And now we're back to
Star Wars Yoda. Excited about that
Yay.
one. Be fun.
Giuseppe Camicoli variant.
And then that Star Wars Revelations #1 with Momoko Afra. That's a great cover.
It's a great guy. Yeah, love that. Love the movie variant on Yoda too, but 1 in 10. Man, that's deep for a 1 in 10.
I don't see the Yoda 1 in 10. It's not showing on mine.
Movie variant. It is very good.
Oh, cool.
The second printing of Star Wars High Republic. Like, that was my slam dunk of the week not too long ago. And sure enough. Ooh, a really good second printing.
Yeah.
Order me one of those. It was a good second print.
This is which one?
Star Wars High Republic 1 second print. And let's look at the Star Wars Visions second printing. Oh, man, that one's good too.
Who is the guy that's getting the sketch treatment there in High Republic second printing?
I don't know. Didn't read it.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
I like that Vision second printing too. Oh, man. Yeah, give me one of those two. Both those second prints. Print? Yeah, Vision second print and High Republic second print.
All right. Star Wars boy.
Yeah. Just putting it back in the vein, see what happens. I can handle it. Thanos Death Notes #1. Now, we had a great Thanos book about 5 years back where Thanos was just a complete tool to a dude and all kinds of stuff. So this is spinning out of Donny Cates and Nick Klein's Thor. Comes the all-new Thanos one-shot featuring Art by Andre De DeVito and Travel Foreman, as well as Ron Lim's Return to the Mad Titan.
Okay.
We get some script by Straczynski on this too.
Very nice.
So I think this is worth dipping into because they do some fun things with Thanos one-shots sometimes. Ed McGuinness variant, that's cool. I don't even want to look at the extreme variant. They've been so toolish, I don't even care.
Yeah.
That one's not horrible. I just figured it'd be him on a skateboard or something stupid. Wakanda 1 went to a second printing as well.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah. Not a bad looking second print. Interesting. Very cool.
Very little to offer from the smaller publishers this week. It's a little thin.
Extreme X-Men #1.
Does that do it for you?
No, Kitty Pryde, Bishop, Sage, Gambit, Rogue, Rachel Summers, Storm, Wolverine.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to look at the homage. Do I know the homage? Why does everything take forever to pull up? I don't know the homage. I'm too dumb.
That's all I have.
Yep. Drew, this is one of the podcasts where I asked for our pick of the week. What's the one thing to jump into, grab, and say, hey, this is for me?
Hey, it's a fun pick for me, and it's going to be Resident Alien Book of Love #1, and that's the one I want to highlight.
You would, and I think just because it's such a big deal. Man, Batman Spawn, but I don't think there's gonna be so many of those.
Yeah,
but it's such a big deal. It's so cool. So cool. I'm going with it. Batman Spawn #1, and I am flagging my boy J. Scott Campbell and his variant.
Which one was that?
Cover F. For Fantastic.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Fantastic, let's head on over to our good friends at Cover Price to look at a little bit more of the secondary market and see what's going on in that. And we're going to start at rank 10. We're going to once again talk about Hulk #1, the Ed McGuinness regular cover from 2008. Red Hulk. Who knows what's the future of Red Hulk? 25 copies sold. High sale. You can get like $75 that they're talking about for these raw. Wow. And then $325 for CGC 9.8. That's awesome. Hey, Drew, had you heard about Spawn #1 newsstand? Holy crap, this thing is still selling. I mean, it's over $100. There's so many of these.
Newsstand has the UPC?
Correct. It has the barcode.
Yes.
Star Wars #6 from 2015. We talked about this. This is this book jumped from our runners list last week to our top 10. Fans have been loving this Dr. Aphra run, especially with the addition of Sana Staros, or as most know her, Sana Solo.
Oh, yeah.
Naturally, collectors have been vying to pick up her first appearance back in the initial Star Wars run books. Let's see here. Fair market value $12 to $17. And we're not even selling encapsulated ones at the moment. World War Hulk number 5. Potential spoilers ahead. World War Hulk is an epic storyline that graced comic fans in 2008, with hints of the story appearing in Thor Ragnarok and more being introduced in She-Hulk. Fans couldn't help but theorize it was just a matter of time before we glimpsed Skaar, the son of Hulk, who first had a cameo in the main 616 continuity in this book, albeit in one panel. Does that count, Drew? As an adult on the last page, no less.
I don't know that that's the first cameo, right?
Is a fan favorite character and a driver for the greater Hulk lexicon. Seeing as the MCU takes place in Universe 616, collectors have been eager to acquire the first visage of Skaar in the main timeline, hoping that it translates to big screens after his appearance in the She-Hulk finale. 29 copies. High sale of $316 for CGC 9.8 and fair market value about $47. Darn.
Yeah.
Wolverine 88 Direct. Love this cover. Deadpool. gosh, $76, CGC 9.8, over 500, almost $550. 47 copies on the secondary market. People are on fire and super excited for Deadpool Wolverine. It's going to be awesome. At rank 5, we have Skaar, Son of Hulk #1 from 2008. Blah, blah, blah. Skaar, blah, blah, blah. MCU, blah, blah, blah. $340 for CGC 9.8 and fair market value $26.
Now, if you think Scar's going to have some longevity,
Yes.
this is the one. I mean,
Everybody's been buying your first mainline title has been the big thing to pick up, and sure enough, it's doing good.
Yeah, it's first cover, it's first full appearance, not a cameo, and it's affordable.
The douche knuckle haircut, so that's good.
You can get it under $30. Shop around. I think, if you think this character's going to be around,
there you go.
It's a good investment.
Brand new book, Dark Ride #1, the Tom Whalen Thank You 1 per store variant. Following just a couple of spots from last week, this recently debuted book is still seeing some strong sales. Tom Whalen delivers the 1 per store Disney-esque covers, which quickly picked up in popularity. So far, the first issues of this series have received multiple positive reviews and favorable reception from the horror comic community. Image continues to see success with its demographic of fan and a group that knows what they like and makes it known in the aftermarket trafficking. 37 copies of this. High sale of $100 for Rawls, and we're seeing them around 66 too.
Kyle, if you're doing a comic, you're a comic creator.
Okay.
Are you going to do a 1 per store giveaway comic, or are you going to do like a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 25?
I love 1 per stores. It's so
Why?
awesome.
What is it? It doesn't do anything for you. You got to. I don't even think you don't get to charge them anything.
No, but it ingratiates you to comic book stores. Oh man, hey, they're essentially throwing us a free $100 here.
I would never do this unless it was like a known entity, and I didn't need any juice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't see the payoff for you.
There you go. I don't disagree.
Yeah, you did disagree. Actually, you did 100% disagree with me.
Well, I don't disagree with your thinking, but I do disagree that I would do one because I think it's cool.
Oh, gotcha.
You didn't ask what's the moneymaker. You asked what I would do, and I'm a good person, and you're not.
Yeah.
At rank 3, we have DC Comics Presents number 49 from 1982. Per the Hollywood Reporter, none other than Black Adam, The Rock himself is leveraging his massive brawn to secure Henry Cavill's return as the Man of Steel in the DCEU. Not only that, but an epic matchup between the two, or three, that is, after the success of Shazam and being the natural foe to take on Black Adam. 17 copies sold. High sale, $300 for CTC 9.6, and Rawls we're seeing for about $104. So this is, of course, Superman, Black Adam, and Shazam.
I guess that works, right?
Yeah, why would
Shazam was kind of a different looking show, though, right?
I love him, so he can do no wrong.
Okay, all right.
Phase 2 of the High Republic is here with Star Wars High Republic #1, the one that just came out, with a plethora of first appearances to boot. Fans have enjoyed this series for a while and eagerly awaited the next iteration. Well, it's here, and the aftermarket is booming. Star Wars fans sure do love some first appearances, and this book features 5 of them. Vildmar Mack, Mateo Cathy, Tay Sarek, Sunshine, and Tarna Miak. I just completely ran through those. Don't know if any of those are correct, but they're friggin' aliens, so
who cares, right?
Collectors love the new Jedi, Mac, and can't wait to see where their story goes. Mac is, I believe, who's on the cover of the second printing that we were just talking about that I love.
Gotcha.
See, I know what I'm talking about before I know what I'm talking about. We tracked 59 copies sold on the secondary market. Hard sale, we're already up to $10. And at rank #1, What If Planet Hulk #1 from 2007, as seen in She-Hulk, ta-da, Skaar, blah, 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 blah. Oh, wow, I do have to read this. One of those loose ends had fans speculating about his potential offspring left behind, and specifically Skaar, who makes his first appearance in this issue, maybe appearing in 2 unnamed panels as an adult and referring to Hulk's paramour, Kyra, as mother. All that speculation paid off as Skaar did make his first appearances in the MCU via She-Hulk. What role he will play in the future is anybody's guess. Still, fans are incredibly excited as Hulk routinely criticized as underused in the wider MCU, with many fantastic series to pull from to remedy that, this being one of them. 36 copies sold, high sale of almost $800 for CGC 9.8.
Yeah, I hope that works out. That could be fun. Do it. Do it. At rank 11, we've got Star Wars number 4, the 2015 series. This is Sana Solo Staros. This is her first full appearance. Her first full appearance is 6. This is her first cameo, and doesn't do quite as well. Raw's at $16. The New Mutants 98 from 1991, Deadpool's first appearance, trending again because 30 copies moved, with a high sale of $2,000 for a CGC 98 and Raw's around $546. Another Skaar, Son of Hulk number 1 from 2008. There's another book with a counterpart in the top 10. Wow, What If? Planet Hulk is the first cameo. This issue is the first full appearance. This is also an easier to find and more affordable. 18 copies moved. High sale of $33 for a near mint Raw. Fair market goes for 28. That's I don't even see the difference there. Just put the one in. Dumb. Rank 14, we have Star Wars.
Talking to me yourself, or who you talking to there?
I'm talking to the guy that wrote this copy. Differentiating between near mint Raw and fair market value Raw near mint. That's stupid. Anyway, at rank 14, we have Star Wars number 9 from 2015. Continues to get Sana Staros on there. As a bonus, we get the first appearance of the notorious crime lord Gracchus the Hutt, and a high sale of $14 for a Raw. Near mint Raw has a fair market value of $3. That's cover, buddy.
Ooh, $3.
Rank 15, we have Daredevil number 33 from Chris Samney in 2013. The Werewolf by Night Halloween specials have pumped up this new Legion of Monsters. We talked about this earlier. 19 additional copies sold. High sale of $73.50 for a CGC 98. Not that good. And a Raw near mint for about $5. So you're on the ground floor, folks. Pick that up if you don't already have them. Bloodstone number 1 from 2001. This is Laura Donnelly's portrayal of Elsa Bloodstone in the Werewolf by Night Halloween specials. And this is the market prices are falling, but 17 copies did sell with a high sale of $600 for a CGC 98. At rank 17, we have Star Wars High Republic number 1, the 1 in 50, with the 5 new characters. Track 19 copies selling and a high sale of $80 for a near mint Raw. At rank 18, we have Carnage number 6, the Peach Momoko New York Comic Con variant.
So pretty. Such a great cover. Oh, I love it.
17 copies moved. They were originally sold for $15. Now there's a high sale of $48 for the Raw. But they go around in the 40s. At rank 19, we have Spawn number 1. 55 additional copies sold. High sale of $280 for a CGC 98. At rank 20, we round out our top 20 with Edge of Spider-Verse number 5. David Lopez 1 in 25. 27 copies moved. High sale of $50 for a Raw.
It's such an adorable cover.
You like that one too?
It's adorable.
All right, Kyle. Take us home.
Let's give the people what they want. Everybody's here, of course, for the sneak peek at next week. Drew and I are going to go what it's in your comic book shops this Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to head over to Lunar Distributions and see what's coming out the 25th and see what we can find. I do like that David Latham card stock on Actions 1048.
Yeah, that's pretty great. You're right.
Action journalism. Talk about it. This is the only time you get to pump your journalism.
Hey, and there's a new show called Alaska Daily, I think.
Mm.
It's about a journalist in Alaska paper,
There you go.
Hillary Swank. If you're a big Hillary Swank fan out
Well,
there.
I'm just waiting for her to come back to Karate Kid. Put her back in Cobra Kai.
Which one was that?
She was the new Karate Kid.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I stopped after 2.
Yeah.
Like all smart people should have. Let's see what else is up here. We got Batman and the Joker, the Deadly Duo. Looking pretty good. Oh, that's a poster. Dummy.
Hmm.
Batman Fortress, 6 of 8. That's been fun. Batman Gotham Knights, Gilded City, 1 of 6. That looks cool. So many Batmen.
I'm underwhelmed. I like the detective, the Evan Cagle cover A for Detective 1065. I am underwhelmed by Nathan Zerbe's cardstock of DC versus Vampires. I think I've kind of been ruined to Supergirl covers by Art Germ, and these kind of things just won't do.
Yeah. Got the final Catwoman, Lonely City, issue 4 of 4. Cool. See them button that up. That's been fun. Cliff Chang knocking it out of the park. And the second issue of Sergeant Rock versus the Army of the Undead.
Yeah.
That first issue was great. I take everything I said back about it being an actor writing a comic. Really good stuff.
There you go. I like to hear that.
Yeah, he got it. He got it. Figured it out. He had the voice. It worked.
That's awesome.
Now I'm only gonna get a couple more issues, and then I'm gonna put Sergeant Rock back on the shelf. But at least I got some. Right.
For the time being. There we go.
Yeah.
Good Harley covers.
Pretty detectives.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Lee doing that.
Still love the cover A best.
Human Target comes back for issue 8 of 12.
Yeah.
I was lost in issue 7. It'd been so long. It took me like the whole issue to like figure out. Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah. Rick and Morty 100. I still like the Tony Flex cover B.
Yeah, he's great.
Riddler Year 1. You've got to decide between a Sienkiewicz cover or a Jim Lee cover.
Wow, yeah, that's tough. Tim Drake, Robin number 2, everyone's favorite Robin, the world's favorite Robin. This first issue was rough.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, do you remember when I read the first issue of Batgirls?
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, what is going on with this style? I don't know if it's for me or not. It's just like that.
Samesies.
And I am just not liking it at all. But I will read one more because it is the world's best Robin.
You had such high hopes with it being Tim Drake, and
wow, he's the world's greatest Robin. I mean,
great, of course. I mean,
everybody's favorite.
It's like peanut butter in your chocolate. Yes, yeah. I get it.
I've been taken to task online about this multiple times about not giving Tim Drake enough love.
Well, apparently the authors didn't either. I'm heading over to Image. I've moved on.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah. 8 Billion Genies number 2 getting a 4th print. 8 Billion Genies number 3 getting a 4th print. 8 Billion Genies number 4 getting a 3rd print. Love to see it. It's
been great. I really enjoyed the 5th issue. It's fun. I don't know that. Okay, Lovesick is different than other Love show. What was that one? What was the other Love? Love Everlasting.
Yes.
That was also from Image, yeah. This is Luana Vecchio, and I know her from what? What do I know her from? Oh, Bolero. Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be weird. This is
a very S&M.
Yeah, this is going to be a weird book.
Yeah. 7 issues. If you can stick with it for 7 issues. There's some dope covers.
Yeah. Yeah. Bolero was interesting. It was really something I still think about.
Righteous Thirst for Vengeance trade number 2. You enjoyed that book.
Oh man, I love that thing so much. So great. So great. Boom's giving us Damn Them All number 1. And this is our boy,
Yes.
Charlie Adler. Getting
And
it.
Charlie Adler on it with Cy Spurrier writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't beat it. Can't wait.
Supernatural thriller. I'm excited about this one.
Yeah.
They're giving them plenty of covers too.
Yep. Becky Cloonan with the FOC reveal cover.
Was it Becky Cloonan or Jenny Frison or both that did a lot of the revival variants?
That was Frison. Frison did all the B's for revival. Another Star Trek from IDW that I'm not going to read.
Back when revival was coming out, man, we thought we had Frison all to ourselves.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nobody knew her.
Yeah, she was our dirty little secret.
Yeah, now she's huge.
TMNT Armageddon Game number 2, the Sophie Campbell. Why is there a cowl's head on the cover? Just curious.
Right.
Yeah, I love the Kevin Eastman cover though. The cover C Kevin Eastman.
Yeah.
We've got turtles with COVID masks on.
Very cool. Are you down to Marvel?
Marvel, yes sir.
Moon Knight gets an annual, man.
What?
Moon Knight's annual's out. Yay.
And you get more than one. You get 2. You get an option.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
I hope it's like old school annual standalone, not part of the other story.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a one and done, extra sized. That'd be great.
Ugh, not much in Marvel.
The variance is really good, Kyle.
Oh, is it? Good.
It's really good. I'm enjoying it a lot.
I do. I like the throwback covers too.
Yeah.
Dynamite. Nope.
Who's doing the Punisher ripoff cover? AOD versus Reanimator. Yeah. And our smaller publishers, we get anything from them. Source Point's giving us something called A Guardian. That's by Easton DeVerna and Kay Baird. I don't know about that one. Get anything else from back there?
No.
Chopping block, what's that? That's a keen spot. I usually don't love those.
It's a mad gave OGN. Don't care about that. All right, Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I ask you to filter through everything and pull your hand out of the muck and tell me what is the book you gotta have.
And is the muck the comic book industry?
Yes, the Muck and Mire.
Oh, the whole new thing is ending with issue 5. Oh man, doggone it, that's really good too. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Damn Them All.
Hey,
it's the Charlie Adler Cy Spurrier Boom book. Don't care what it's about. It's a new Charlie Adler. I miss his art, and I want to get back in it.
and I'm just gonna punt and go Rick and Morty 100 cover B flicks.
Who does that? What publisher?
That would be Oni.
Oni. Gotcha.
Oni.
All right.
Hey, thank you for joining us as we go through this week's book of the week and all the fun stuff going there. Of course, you can find us at Comics for Fun and Profit on, what was I going to say? Where's it at?
You're probably going to say Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. all those you can find us on.
And
Patreon.
Patreon, that's the word I was looking for that just completely blanked. Go to Patreon, search Comics for Fun and Profit, be part of our community, join the Slack conversations, get things without ads and all the other fun stuff. We really appreciate our little community there, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Thank you for hanging along with us. For Drew and for myself, see ya.
Our LCS is Cowabunga Comics out of Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, and their mail order company, Deep Discount Comics. And we went there, and we were actually invoice number 00001. We were the very first their very first customer, which was kind of cool. They've been nothing short of fantastic, customer service wise. Discounts, they were very close, if not the same or better than DCBS on a lot of things. Over and above, customer service wise, always taking care of us, going the extra mile, so responsive, getting instantaneous responses back to questions about things, and to the point where knowing the stuff you like and anticipating your needs and having it suggested that you might want to add this to your order already before you even have to think about it. That's kind of cool. Really quality experience. So we love working with Cowabunga and Deep Discount, and that's why they're in our show notes every single episode, and have been for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes. That we leave them there because we like them. They're cool, good people. That's why they're in there. By God, they'd tell you to, if you've got a local comic book shop that you love, stay with them, because everybody needs to support their local comic shops. But if you're looking, check them out. You can check them out in the show notes. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of them. Either get on their list, just so you can check and see what kind of FOC and pre-order stuff they have and the discounts, and they'll send it to you each month, get you on that email list. And you can check out their shop, because they have a great shop of exclusive Cowabunga variants. Amazing stuff. Yes, they've always been there for us, and we take them for granted. So there you go. Now you know.